So Dick's Sporting Goods has himself a exclusive Funko Pop of Joseph Burrow, which is kind of interesting looking. Cause first off, what's going on with the helmet, bro? What's going on with the helmet? Okay, why is his head so flat? Um, I'm not sure what's going on with the helmet, to be honest. I mean, if you look at, like, the picture of the actual box, it looks like it's just a round helmet like normal. But apparently it's very extra flat. Now, I know that the Funko Pops do kind of have this head style. Like, they have, like, a square head. So, that probably is why in the end. But it just looks so janky because of how flat it is. It almost looks like not like a helmet. It almost looks kind of like a I won't say a hat, but it's not a hat. It looks like a cover you put over your head like a ski mask type of concept because of how like it's like created perfectly to cover the whole entire head. I don't know, it just looks so weird to me. And then the face mask is way too far apart. I love how the body is normal though. That's the perfect thing in the end here. The body is perfect. The head is just absolutely insanely crazy. To a point when I first saw this, I'll be honest with you, I thought this was a joke. Like I thought when I first saw this that this was going to be like Joe Burrow CTE edition or something like that. Because again, like I said, I'm really would not be surprised. It's the internet, let's be honest. And that kind of would make perfect sense with the flat head, right? Because obviously if he gets hit enough, then his head would be, misshapen because of, hits he has. So that's what I thought this was. And I was going to be like, oh, come on, man. Like, that's not a funny joke. But no, it's actually not. So apparently I'm the butthole in the end here because this is not a CTE edition. It also comes with a piece of grass, or I guess a piece of turf, it would be. Kind of cool. Again, like I said, I'm not someone who collects Funko Pops very much. I know is a huge market out there. There's a lot of people who love Funko Pops, and for good reason. I mean, Funko Pops are, really awesome. But definitely not my cup of tea. But I might have to pick this up. I might have to go ahead and try to pick this up because this does actually look pretty dope. I'm reinventing the behind me currently. As you guys know, my backdrop, when I do use my camera, it changes sometimes, and I've been changing it up a little bit, so I'm thinking about adding Funko Pops or adding some, Bengals stuff behind me. I do have a Bengals helmet, a Willie Anderson Jr. signed, but outside of that, I added some jerseys. I showed it off in the video before. I added some jerseys behind me, so maybe I'll add some Funko Pops. I know they're pretty much all the star players have Funko Pops, like Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. I want to say Logan Wilson. Actually, let's get a Funko Pop. Hang on. Hold up. Let's go. Do they have a website? They do. I knew it. Okay. Don't hit me with the million ads. Come on. Okay. I'm just trying to look at something. Can we... There we go. All right. So, category, give me apparel pop. Okay, I just want pops. Series, is there sports? Okay, they actually have teams. Interesting. So, Cincinnati Bengals only have 3. Okay. So, they have Pop Joe Burrow. Okay, so Pop Joe Burrow here, which is $12. Is this the exact same? I guess it's the exact same one that we just looked at. Yeah, it is. Okay. Actually, is it? Hold up. Okay, where was I at? There's a map. Okay, no, it's not the same one. It is actually not the same one in the end. Okay, I am clicking on random things. Yeah, no, it's not. Alright, but it's still cool. I guess that's because that's a Dick's Sporting Goods, like, official. We got a Jamar Chase, and then we got a Pop Chad Johnson. I kind of expected. That's probably gonna be it, to be honest. Because again, there are custom ones for certain places, certain businesses and stuff like that. All right, so I've actually clicked on Baltimore Orioles. I meant to click on the Ravens here, and the Ravens got Lamar Jackson. They got Roquan Smith. Interesting. And then who does the... Okay, let's go look at the rest of these. Cleveland. Myles Garrett, I'm going to guess. They got Nick Chubb and Myles Garrett, who Nick Chubb is not even on the roster anymore. Oh, man. All right, and then who the Pittsburgh Steelers got? I feel like they got Big Ben. They got TJ Watt, I would guess. They got one. It has to be TJ Watt. And I clicked on the wrong one. I clicked on the Pirates. Okay. They have Jack Lambert. They have Jack Lambert and they have Jerome Bettis. All right, so I'm going to have to get rid of some of these. Hold up. So let's get rid of the Baltimore Orioles. I don't know why I clicked on them. Pittsburgh Pirates. Get rid of that. So they have Jack Lambert and they have Jerome Bettis as their two. Lamar Jackson. They got Roquan Smith. They also got Terry Bradshaw. Missed that. Terry Bradshaw. All right, so these are all the AFC North pops that are available. Oh, man. So they got no current players. No TJ Watt is kind of insane. You know what I'm actually curious about? Hold up. Okay, I kind of forgot what I was curious about as I said that. Oh, I know. There can't be many. Ellie De La Cruz has to be the only one. Ellie. I knew it, yeah. Ellie's the only one for the Reds. I mean, listen, bro. You could have Candelario. He just got arrested, I believe. You could have a couple of guys for the Reds. Ellie probably is the best option. Who's actually going to sell? Also, got to keep in mind that they make these to actually sell them. So, not saying that people wouldn't buy certain pops, but they probably wouldn't, So, they're not going to sell pops that people aren't going to buy. With that being said, guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'm interested, man. I'm interested in these pops. They're kind of cool. Again, like I said, I've seen people with like crazy rooms that are filled with pops. Not my personal cup of tea. But I know you can also, there's people who sell these that get players to sign them. That could be a cool collection to get into. Is signed Funko Pops. Because then they have like more value to them, I feel like. But I'll see you guys next one, though. Peace out.